Hey, what's up YouTube? Out here on a beautiful Sunday. It's kind of windy, so you have to excuse me for the wind noise. Hope everybody's having a good day. My videos have started to get a few views here lately, so I figured I'd do a walkthrough for the first time with some commentary about some of my nicer trees. Probably not all of them, just to keep the video short. This is a Cryptomeria Tanzu forest. These were just like store-bought Christmas trees like 4 years ago, and I found this really nice rock to plant them in, and they're coming along nicely. Still needs quite a bit of a haircut. Hopefully going to work on that today. It's Japanese maple we're working on. Just finally cut the top on it last year. I'm going for a kind of short stumpy tree on this one. This is a trident maple I'm experimenting with. That's actually a 3D printed pot, and I'm just gonna let that thing get very root bound in there for probably 2 to 3 years, and then I'm going to cut that pot off of it and slowly expose the roots, and hopefully that will be the base of the tree one day. Should be really cool. Dawn redwood. This tree got totally redesigned last year, so right now we're just growing a new apex to thicken the top of the tree, which it's coming along really nicely. Got a lot more carving to do on this thing. This is an azalea, grew in my front yard for like 20 years at my old house, so that's probably a 35 year old tree. Another air layer maple we're working on here. It's got quite a bit of healing to do, and hopefully that'll be a really nice tree one day. It's got some beautiful movement in it. That's a weeping peach I'm working on. Big old Japanese black pine that just got a decandling 2-3 weeks ago. Can't wait to work on that thing this fall. So wisteria, dig this up on the side of the road like 2 years ago, and just kind of growing it out, thickening it up. I've gotten that thing to flower like 3 times this summer. This is a good view of another Japanese black pine that just got decandled. We'll walk you around the front here. Sorry guys. It's a Japanese maple we're working on. Got air layered last year. That little short tree, other maple over there that I just showed you, that used to be the top of this tree. So now we're growing a new leader out to heal that wound and just to thicken up the top. All these branches here have been thread grafted, other than this one. So I've got all the branches just about where I need. I'm gonna have to probably thread graft one more right there, and this will be the top of the tree here at some point. It's a beautiful tree. It's on a Jane Kulik slab. It's a Hinoki cypress. This is not the dwarf version. Well, it's some type of dwarf version, but it's still got pretty big foliage. Japanese white pine. This is one of my nicer trees. Also on a Jane Kulik slab. Very large Nabari trident maple. The Nabari on that thing is probably like 18 inches wide. We did a leaf cutting on this thing this year because it was just so filled up. That's how I cut the leaves, just to get some more light in there and hopefully get some back buds set up for next year, because this thing's getting just a little bit leggy, but still, you know, beautiful tree. There's another shot of that black pine I'm working on. I got that tree for a really good deal, but it needed a lot of work. That's how a lot of my trees have been bought, guys. I've bought trees that have a nice start, but, you know, needed just a couple years worth of love, and they're coming a long way. This is a hornbeam, twin trunk Korean hornbeam, horse Hansel pot. That pot is just amazing. It matches the leaves perfectly in late fall. I'm growing out all the lower branches there to thicken them up. I'll show you guys that thing in the fall. It's amazing. And the winter as well with no leaves. Really dwarf variety Hinoki cypress. I actually experimented with a pot on this one. That's also a Horst Hansereiter pot. It's got like a matte finish to it, not in your typical tan or brown pot like you would see most conifers, but I think in this case, with it being matte and the little bit of color it does have on it, just looks aged, almost like, you know, bronzed or antique-ish. It's he's my favorite ceramicist for sure. Really large Hinoki, you might have seen before. Been working on this one, trimming it up some this week. This is another tree I grew in the ground at my old house. It's just a large, straight trunk Japanese maple. Really beautiful tree. Really small leaf size. This one does get pinched every year because it's just at that point in its life. But those are the few of the trees, guys. Today I'm over here working on this Japanese white pine. This tree's come a long way in the last couple years as well. The Nabari is starting to get really nice on this thing. And today I'm actually, even though it's a little early in the season, I'm needle plucking the top so I can wire the top and just, you know, get this thing looking good for the rest of the year. So, you know, it is a little bit early, but I'm just doing the top of it where it's really strong anyway, so it's not going to hurt a thing. And this is the rest of the garden, guys. You've probably seen it if you watch some other videos. Tried it maple root over rock. Another maple that we've done a bunch of thread grafts on. And it's getting there. I'll show you that again in the winter where you can see more of it. This is one single American beam beech, and the rest are American hornbeams forest. This one is probably like 5 years as a bonsai. All these were just cuttings from behind my house. More maple air layers. Tried it maple root over rock. That one's coming along really nicely. It's grown that probably 5 foot tall leader now in like the last 5 weeks. Really big bald cypress, nice Japanese white pine, really old, I think 350-year-old ponderosa pine, Japanese maple forest. That's raft style. That's all one tree that was laid on its side. Another Kingsville boxwood, another nice maple. Really big ficus. This is a willow leaf ficus. Just got repotted. Loving life out here in the hot, humid weather where we're at. That's a Euronymous. That was another tree that was in my front yard at my old house, just growing to thicken up, looking good. Twisted trunk maple. That one got really unhealthy last year, but she's coming back. Really old Procumbens juniper. This one was also grown in the ground to thicken it up. It's got a ton of dead wood on it. Really nice aged bark. Just a overall pretty cool tree. But yeah, guys, another really nice white pine. That thing will get a needle pluck here in probably 4 weeks and restyle. Korean hornbeam, Brazilian rain tree, maple that we're doing an air layer on. You can see we got some root right there coming out, so that's definitely going to be a successful one. Chinese cedar elm, Chinese quince forest. That's in another Horst Hansereiter pot. Beautiful pot, matches really well with the bark. I haven't had very good luck with this this planting this year, but it did get repotted this year. It was in a much smaller pot last year. And if anybody has experience with quinces or Chinese quinces, I'd be very curious in the comments if you can give me some suggestions, because I haven't had very good luck with it. Kingsville boxwood forest. This one needs a cut back. Big green owl ficus. I showed you this one last video. It got repotted. Last year we got some really nice aerial roots there. A lot of people say they struggle with this. I think I'm just lucky enough for it to be as hot and humid as it is where I live, and that's why you can even see all the new aerial roots it's pushing out there ever since it got repotted. But this tree is insane. It's probably got a 22 inch nabari on it. Another ficus, that one just got a really hard cut back. Hinoki, really old Colorado blue spruce, trident maples, Japanese red pine. That's a really nice tree. That's in a really cool pot by David Georgie. And the thing that's different about this pot, it's just got that glazed lip around it, so it's almost like water and the trees in the middle of an island. I don't know. These are not something that you see people do with conifers, but I think it works well. Let me know if you like or don't like it. Anyways, guys, there is the garden. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching. Peace.